Well, good morning. Here it is. It's it's already Monday morning. It seems like the weekends go by so fast, but hope hope that you're doing well. Of course, today's March 28th. We're closing in on the end of this month already, and anyway, again, I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you have joined me this morning. And this morning, I'll bring a devotion entitled "A Commendation from Jesus." Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 13. It says there, "If you look for me wholeheartedly, you will find me." It's a pretty big deal when Jesus, he calls someone out, in a positive way, and basically says, "Great is your faith." After all, Jesus, he was an expert on the subject of faith. Matthew chapter 15, we read of Jesus, specifically commenting on the faith of someone who didn't have the privilege, of walking and talking with him, hearing his great teaching, or hearing his powerful miracles. And I think more to the point, she was not only a Gentile, she was a Canaanite, and she had a demon possessed daughter, and she was the mother, who wouldn't give up, because you see, nothing could stop her from getting to Jesus. She was bound and determined, to get to Jesus. She felt like Jesus could help her, with her daughter. But see, she didn't come to him with demands. But see, she begged for mercy. And in Matthew chapter 15, verse 22, it says there, "Just then a Canaanite woman from that region came and kept crying out, 'Have mercy on me, Lord, Son of David. My daughter is severely tormented by a demon.'" You see, Jesus knew that she had amazing faith, and he wanted to draw her out, draw her faith out, and so he put up a hurdle, and if you will, he said in verse 24, "I was sent only to help God's lost sheep, the people of Israel." But this woman, she wouldn't take no for an answer, and so again she asked him for help, and he told her in verse 26, excuse me, "It isn't right to take food from children and throw it to the dogs." In the original language, Jesus used a word for dogs that we could translate puppies. She could have been offended. She could have got offended by it and, just left, but I think she knew exactly what was going on. And so she replies then in verse 27, "That's true, Lord, but even dogs are allowed to eat the scraps that fall beneath their master's table." You see, she easily cleared the hurdle. And Jesus told her in verse 28, "Dear woman, your faith is great. Your request is granted." The door was shut in her face, but this woman, she kept on knocking. She wouldn't give up. And she wasn't going home without an answer. You see, her story, I believe, serves as a reminder that no matter what, we need to bring our problems to Jesus. I think a lot of times, I know I have in the past, I've thought, and this was a big problem. I think sometimes we think, well, God doesn't have time to mess with my problems. We think sometimes they're too small, or maybe too big. I don't know. But anyway, the problem is sometimes we think, I don't want to bother God with that. But God wants us to bother him. God wants us to come to him and ask for help, when we need it. And I think that's so important for us to have faith and know that he can help us. He's there waiting. He's waiting on us to just call out to him, daily, on a daily basis. Because he's there walking with us. All we have to do is call on his name. and He'll help us. Now, He may answer in a different way. You know, it may not be in the way we want, but it will be in a way that glorifies Him. And so anyway, I hope that encourages you today. I hope that you realize that your faith means so much to God, and we need to live our lives every day with that same faith. Anyway, remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.